Hello, I'm Chris, and this is my I destroyed a K4.6 HPI Savage engine on camera video. I deleted the two videos because I just was assuming things. I've only been in Nitro RC for 2 months. I tell you that because I want you to comment, help me out if you can. So thank you for the person that told me I broke the engine in the videos, taking it apart incorrectly. Sure, they said it, but I never picked up on anybody's videos talking about removing this cover part at top dead center. I had never heard that. There's nothing about that in this book, but it does show the orientation of the crank always at top dead center. Honestly, I don't read anything. I dive in head first and then I go back and read once I make a mistake. And this was my first mistake. I've taken apart about 12 of these engines. 4 of them were big blocks, the rest were Traxxas, and I never had any issues. Now, did I just get lucky all those times, or is it just this engine that has to be at top dead center? In that video, I said that they had inspected it, put the piston in there backward. That's what I thought. I really did, but I'm the one that busted that out. So evidently that piston was at 6 o'clock or bottom dead center, and that's why I had that little relief cut. It was hard to get out in the video. That's why I deleted it, and I got some channel locks and I pulled it out and busted the skirt off the pistons. Thank you so much for the person that pointed that out. That's why I'm making this video, because this stuff is getting rare and I don't want anybody else out there to make the mistake that I did. Now, what was freaking me out about it was not the fact that I damaged it. I knew it was going to happen at some point. I was going to make a big mistake. The problem is you cannot buy these parts for these freaking Savages. But something weird happened. I think I found the last K4.6 piston and sleeve in the United States. And I want to thank you, Hamilton Hobbies. So there is a guy on eBay from Finland that does have these parts on there, but they're going to cost you like $150 for the piston and sleeve only. Now, the reason I destroyed this is because I did look at this book a little bit, but the book that came with this Savage was a book for the F4.6, the gray-headed one. And I didn't even think anything about it. I thought that's what this was. So I was set up. So now we're going to go ahead and put this one back together. Turned out, yeah, this one even has a different carburetor, different settings. It has an extra needle right there. I'm guessing the K is the older one, right? Somebody let me know. All right, so let's see. Hamilton Hobbies. Come on. Oh my goodness, would you look at this? That's old school prices. Cylinder and piston set, Nitro Star K4.6. Hopefully we can save this engine. Oh my goodness, look at this beauty. New little workbench all set up. This thing is freaking awesome. I love it so much. Let's try to get this out. I'm putting everything back in just the way it came out. Oil hole to the crank and the cutout to the crank. Man, dude, these little clips. Oh, this is like the hardest part for me. Okay, I heard it snap. Give it a little push, make sure it's in there right. Get your butt out of here. All right, so to put the piston in, we have to have it at top dead center. Oil hole right there, facing towards the crank, cut out to the crank. Check those little clips in there, 100%, really, really good. Yeah, and that douchebag that's thumbing my videos down, if you know so damn much, why don't you tell me stuff like this instead of just being a little bitch? That's probably because you don't even know how to do this shit. That's why you're hating on me. And I'm talking about that because I used to make Lego videos. I still will eventually, but those Lego people are some of the ugliest, meanest, biggest haters I've ever seen, because they're all grown men that are still playing with Legos. I was doing videos because I can finally afford to buy those $300-400 sets, but I like Legos in the cold weather with some freaking coffee, watching a good movie. So yeah, these HPI piston sleeves go in there way easier. I just had a bunch of Traxxas ones. I had to heat the blocks up, so we're just going to try to work that in there. Then we're just going to kind of whip it up in there without damaging it. Okay, it went in there. Went in there perfect. There's plenty of oil on the new one. So it was a $77 lesson for me, and if you don't know that, now you do. Always take this back cover part off at top dead center, no matter what, just to be on the safe side. You see how this one, it just shows a little bit right there, and that was all I needed to bust it out. All right, so then we're gonna get it on top of that center. We're gonna put that little pin at 12 o'clock. Okay, see if everything's lined up right. Okay. Head gasket's in there. We know the orientation because they were flipping it over with no roll cage and no body. Awesome. Well, I'm happy now, and I got me practically a brand new K 4.6. So that thing's ready to go. Let's look at some 5.9 stuff. So check out the XL so far. I found the wheels and tires for it, $50 on eBay. This is the engine that came on it. It had a bad one-way bearing and he had it taken off. So we will be putting this one back on it in a future video. But I bought another 5.9. Let's check it out. So this is a 5.9 that he said he stripped the glow plug head button part. I paid like $77 or $80 for it. I know you can buy these for $200 on eBay, but the idea is if that's the only thing that's stripped on it, I can have this engine in a vehicle and just swap the head out with that one to run it. Because I left the head gasket, he said this thing is stripped. Okay, this one does have orientation marks on it. I should have knocked it out like that. Okay, never mind, you can see them right there. Yeah, I mean, it's clearly stripped, but everything's there. He didn't even have this popped out. So that tells me they just probably bought another engine for it. See the compression. All right, it's good, man. Ain't nothing wrong with this engine. All right, so the 5.9. So it's called underhead. All right, so it comes up on here, but is anybody gonna have it? Okay, so I mean, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be able to find one. In stock. Look, yeah, buying it. So when you see weird websites like that, buy them with PayPal or a debit card. That way you can back charge them if they try to rip you off. This is just temporarily, just to get the stuff out of the way. Not sure how it's going to end up, but I'm trying to find me some bar stools. I want some that say WD-40. Okay, and it's just all going to look like that shelf. We're cutting all that crap out. But yeah, this freaking Harbor Freight little workbench and that thing up there, awesome, awesome, awesome. I have videos on it, go check it out. Other than that, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching, and don't break the engine like I did.